change quickly. Newcastle had a wretched start to the season. So how will Liverpool respond to some stinging criticism from their manager? Here's John Arnorisa. Heskey going for a ball immediately on the right-hand side.
Well, I'm just wondering whether this just started the amount of a kick-off. It'll be interesting to see, I'll let you know as soon as things develop, whether he's actually going to play there.
It's a weaving run from Amiobi. Semabour on his Premiership debut. Deflects the ball behind for a corner. Born in Liverpool, Nigerian father. Newcastle looking for a brisk beginning here. Liverpool have pulled everyone back. Guided away by Harman, who's well known in these parts, had a season with Newcastle. And is mightily important to Liverpool. They've won the 2 games that he's started since his return from a long injury absence.
Well, I have to say, Matt, looking very quickly at Liverpool, it does look like Gerard Houllier is just going to play with Cinema Pongoli up front on his own. Heskey staying on this right-hand side. You see him just being attracted to the ball. Danny Murphy and Steven Gerrard and El Hadji Diouf making a 4 really, and there's that position that Deep Mahamano play just behind Gerrard and Murphy, trying to break up attacks.
Genus. Now Bramble. Flick on by Laurent Robert. Here's Robert's great pal, Olivier Bernard. Strength of purpose between those two down the Newcastle left. It'll be a challenging game for Semabour. He's got Bernard to deal with there, and deal with him he does.
Well, you think they target that side early on, Mark, not just because it's Semabour's there. It's a natural side, 2 left footers there. Kieran Dyer, not really a wide player on the other side as such. And it's a much more attractive proposition to probe on this left side for Newcastle.
Gary Speed's gone towards the near post. Shearer coming round the back.
What I find strange about the marking here is they've given Emile Heskey the job of marking Alan Shearer. I'm not so sure that's right. I think Shearer's too clever, too cute, too experienced for Emile Heskey. I'm surprised that somebody like Sammy Hupia, Martin, hasn't been told, Alan Shearer's yours, you go and mark him. Hupia's the biggest, more experienced one. Shearer's the best and biggest threat Newcastle have in the air. It's a surprise to me that Heskey's given the job of marking him.
Chris Kirkland has recently regained the Premiership goalkeeping spot for Liverpool. Dudek again had problems with a home match against Manchester United like last season. And incidentally, Dudek, who conceded those 3 goals in the Carling Cup in midweek, is not on the bench today. Patrice Louzier, Frenchman from Monaco, gets the backup job to Chris Kirkland. Heskey. Incidentally, Florent Cinema-Pongol has played here before and scored a couple of goals for France at under-16 level against England, and so too his great pal Anthony Latalik, who's on the bench. They got 2 apiece.
It's going to be interesting for Cinema-Pongol up front, Martin. I've not seen a lot of the young lad, but he's going to have a big onus on him if the ball's played up to him, to hold it, to wait for support, to allow people to come into play.
Risa, Hupia. It's a trip by Murphy.
Do you think that Liverpool have handed an initiative to Newcastle early on, Martin, by this system and saying, go on then, if you want to put pressure on, then do it. They'll try and frustrate you and keep the ball, but it's important in this, the way Liverpool are playing, when they get possession, that they pass it well and keep possession.
And there's Risa. It's a system which Hugo's employed quite successfully in European away games. Diouf. guess part of it is down to the fact that Michael Owen's not available, Harry Kewell's not available.
Barrett's not available. When you look at, I looked at the 10 outfield players that Gerard Houllier has picked today, Martin. 7 Premiership goals this season between them.
Yes, he was telling me he regarded it as 60% of his firepower missing.
He's not wrong.
And of course, Newcastle are thrilled that Michael Owen's not playing, but Michael has a wonderful record on this ground. And he didn't play in the fixture last season. Liverpool didn't score. Lost 1-0. Chris Kirkman was beaten by a deflected free kick from Laurent Robert. And it was only Newcastle's second win over Liverpool in 15 meetings. Runs on here for Danny Murphy, and the goal is there for Liverpool. And they do feel that they might have silenced some of the home support. Inside 6 minutes.
Well, I talked about the centre of defence right in the top, Martin. When I talked about the teams, I said the 2 centre-backs have to do better, have to start playing together as a unit. They make a complete mess of this. This is dreadful defending. This is a bread-and-butter ball, Martin. Look at both centre-backs. What on earth are they doing? Where is the communication? And Danny Murphy just steps onto it. Cool as you like, little toe poker, past the goalkeeper. Look at those defenders. What are the 2 centre-backs thinking of? That is dreadful defending at this level.
Well, particularly as they were attracted to Cinema Pongolle, who's probably not going to be a threat to them in the air. It wasn't as if it was Emile Heskey that they were trying to clamber to dominate. And Danny Murphy capitalised on the chaos, and it's Newcastle 0, Liverpool 1. Murphy, of course, hasn't always been in the team recently, partly through injury, but partly because he was left out through lack of form.
I would have to say that Jonathan Woodgate getting the ball was probably less culpable of both centre-backs. I don't know what on earth Titus Bramble had in his mind when he came to the ball the way he did, clashed straight at his fellow centre-back when he's got no need to go anywhere near the ball. Just hold his position for anything that comes over the top and clears him, and he's there. What on earth was in his mind to go in there and make a complete mess of it? I just don't know.
All credit to Murphy, who took the chance.
Yeah, he did.
The ball would come through, and come through it did.
And that's a word they use quite a lot, isn't it? Gamble. He gambled that something might happen, and he got his reward, Danny Murphy.
Juve. Not Samabor. Had a learning spell on loan in the Football League with Hull City last season. Gerrard. Cinema Pongolle to Heskey. Comes out to Harman as well forward, and being reminded of his Newcastle past.
Well, that's good football from Liverpool there, man. That's what this system they've got to do. They've got to retain the ball. They've got to keep possession of it. They did it ever so well there. Neat, tidy, good passing and movement, involving Heskey and others.
Brian Pollard's the referee. I don't think we've mentioned him as yet.
Oh, that's a surprise. 8 minutes gone, Mark.
Will be rebuked. Shay Given is just a month short of 3 years unbroken Premiership service in Newcastle's goal. It's a heck of a run. This is game 106 in a row. Amiobi. Pierre. Amiobi took it on the burst, and Liverpool looked a little vulnerable for a moment or two. But Andy coming here today, and the Newcastle fans all very confident. They knew all about Liverpool's injury difficulties. Almost a burden of expectation on the home players, and they haven't started very well. Speed.
I think the manager can do an awful lot, Mark, when the defenders battle as they've done from a real bread and butter ball through the middle.
Hughes, who played very well at Molineux last weekend.
They had a lot of possession at Molineux last weekend, didn't they, Martin, Newcastle, without really creating a huge amount of chances. I think we're looking to do better on that today, but Liverpool have obviously set the stall out to frustrate them very much with that five-man midfield.
Speed. Genus. It's a long ball from Bramble. Trying to use the running power of Kieran Dyer. It's not a goal that these two would like to see played over and over again, but here's another look at it.
It's tight as Bramble, Mark. Look at Bramble's position. He doesn't need to go anywhere near the ball. What on earth is he thinking of? I don't know. I've said along, he gives you a chance. Tight as Bramble, he makes mistakes, and it's an area of the pitch where this lad has really got to learn and learn quickly.
And from then on, Murphy almost walked with it. Not Samabor. Unusually quiet at St James's Park. Herpia. Just having to play the way he was facing. It's good football from Liverpool. Heskey. Managed to do that, having lost his balance. Steven Gerrard, and it's in keeping with the confidence that the team he is captaining is showing. Speed. Murphy getting to him. Can probably make those challenges because they know there are extra players in midfield, and to make it congested, awkward for Newcastle to express themselves in that department, where they've got a lot of talent, of course. Shearer. Again being linked to newspaper stories about being needed by England next summer. Bernard. As furthest forward, Gerrard. Heskey has moved through the middle this time. And Steven Gerrard kept it well enough for Liverpool to get the throw.
Well, you can see how the confidence is going in Liverpool since the goal, Martin. That midfield group of players all wanting the ball, all involved in it.
Risa, who's recently reclaimed the left-back spot from Jimmy Traore. Heskey heads on. Bowled out by Given to Robert. Looking for the diagonal towards Amiobi, who pushed into Sami Herpia.
As soon as the arms came out there and made contact with Herpia, there was always a free kick being given here. Wasn't a lot, but it was enough for the referee to give a free kick and the defender's benefit.
He's getting a message. By Bramble. Herpia. It's probably just a mite too early to say that a higher place is out of the question, but if fourth is the primary target with its chance of the Champions League, it's where today's winners will be sitting at the final whistle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's impossible for either of these two, if we put in a great run, Martin, to take third should one of the top three falter. I think it's highly unlikely. I think they're both realistic enough, Gerard Houllier and Bobby Robson, to know that fourth is the target. It's a measure of the quality of the three teams above them. I think that dictates that.
Woodgate, Liverpool back off. Albert just eased Samabor out of the way. interesting to hear Craig Bellamy talking before the game for the inconsistency that you sometimes see from Robert, that as a forward he expects Robert game after game to carve out chances for him. He's got that amount of ability. Hughes. Speed backing up Dyer. Just too high for Shearer. The last touch was off Igor Bischan, but Kirkland scampered across to prevent the corner.
15 minutes in and no real dramas for Liverpool at the moment defensively. They've been sound as a back four and good protection with a man in particular in front of them. Newcastle just finding it a little difficult to break through them in any way.
And this time Shearer drew Bischan in, got the free kick. Now, if you're a Sky Digital viewer, can be accessed via the red button on the remote and for Cinema Pongo. As the player being watched, and at the moment is coming back to try and help Liverpool defend. Robert takes Kirkland to just reach away from his own line of vision to pull that one in, and did it very competently indeed.
Big lad, you expect him to come and take those. When he's at his best, he does it as easy as he's just shown. I think that little bit that we just saw there, Marcus, it's what Newcastle have to do at times. We're going to inject a bit more pace into their game. I thought last week they were a little bit slow in the build-up. They've got quick players around the pitch, but they're just allowing Liverpool time and again to get back and get set. And therefore, like now, it makes it really difficult to pick out passes.
Dyer tries again. Full width of the pitch. Used by Aaron Hughes. And, suddenly the pitch was just a little bit too narrow for him. Both clubs, of course, still in the UEFA Cup. Clubs from the same country can't be drawn against each other until the quarter-finals. Way down the road. Bramble. Shearer. Bischan got to be careful. I think it's fair to say that Alan Shearer knows a bit more about forward play than Bischan knows about centre-back play, though he has been a regular for Liverpool this season.
Yeah, you just got to be careful as a centre-back. You know what Alan Shearer's going to do. He's going to stand his ground. He's going to invite you to
isn't it?
Yeah, he's going to invite you to clamber all over the top of him. And that's a bit about Newcastle at the moment. A little bit too easy to cope with for Liverpool at the moment.
Murphy. Certainly outnumbered there, Liverpool. Dyer. Amiobi's gone to the right, ahead of Hughes. Shearer, of course, through the middle. Robert having a look at it from the left, but seeing his teammates give the ball away. Temmelboer, who was the one player really singled out for praise by Gerard Houllier after the Bolton defeat. Incidentally, we've talked a lot about Liverpool's shortcomings. We should say well done, Bolton Wanderers, and Sam Allardyce.
Team of the moment.
An influence on fourth place because they play Fulham later today. Charlton in action tomorrow, and you can see that with us on Sky Sports. They are at St Mary's, Southampton. Amiobi. I was a little surprised that he was left out at Wolves last week. Charlotte Amiobi had a good run in the absence of Craig Bellamy. He was a casualty of the proximity of 2 games in 40 hours.
Yeah, amazing that the 33-year-old centre-forward was OK, but the 22-year-old had to be rested.
Maybe the 70-year-old manager didn't fancy telling the 33-year-old centre-forward that he's...
I think that might be right as well.
I wouldn't blame him. That's not a criticism of Sir Bobby. And And Shearer, of course, scored the goal. It was his 121st for Newcastle in the Premiership, which is the best by any one player at any one club in this league. Michael Owen, looking, will know, I'm sure, that he's on 110 for Liverpool. Robbie Fowler of Liverpool was the record that Shearer broke, 120 from one club. And, of course, third in the list, behind Shearer and Fowler, is Shearer with Blackburn. Robert. There's a chance for Alan Shearer to add another notch on the gunslinger's belt. Bernard. There's Harman again. And here's a Cinema Pongolu, who's very quick. Coming across with a very good positional sense. On the right back was Aaron Hughes. Bit of room on the right for Robert.
Well, it's a pity. It's the first opportunity Newcastle have had in the match map to break when Liverpool have had 3 or 4 players caught up ahead of the play. There's a ball from left to right from Titus Bramble to Robert that opened it up, gave the Frenchman a chance. He really didn't make the most of it. You'll know that.
If you switched on late, the goal came in the 6th minute. It came from Danny Murphy for Liverpool. After a piece of misplaced defensive impetuosity by this fellow on the ball here, Titus Bramble. It's given Newcastle some problems. Liverpool had already set out their stall with a bit of containment in mind. Wasn't going to be able to pick it up, Chris Kirkland. Came through with a strong right boot.
Well, good news for that young lad, I'm sure, to be back in the side. And England, Martin, looking forward even more. He's certain to play a huge part as an England international in the future.
There's a mistake by Herpio, who just chested the ball back towards Amiobi. Shearer wants a cross to attack. He got one from Olivier Bernard. Away by Risa. Bernard. Amiobi. There was a simple ball on initially back to Robert, but he went for Gary Speed.
And first touch let him down. Not like Gary Speed either. On his left foot, I expected him just to take the pace off it and hit it almost all in one. But look, watch how far the ball gets away from him, Martin. Gets into a lovely position, Gary Speed. Amiobi takes his time and then delivers the ball. Now just cushion it and hit, but look how far it gets away from him. And as soon as this happens, and it's that far away from his body, the chance is gone. He's always stretching and struggling to get there.
And Liverpool are saying, hang on a minute, we've got a back 4, we've got 5 in midfield. How did he run into that sort of space? And midfield left it to the central defenders. And it could have been very costly. It's a difficult one for Genius to hit.
He hit it great. Hoopier got something in the way.
Genius again. And again. Pin table stuff. A bit more measured now through Murphy. Juve. Dyer scuffling back. Certainly this little spell of Newcastle pressure has lifted the spirits again of this splendid St James's Park crowd.
Well, they needed something to lift them. And the players always look for the crowd to lift their performance, but sometimes, you know, the players have to give the crowd something. The spell has just brought them back to life a little.
Bernard. Robert Bichance, a defender.
That's better, man. It should have been a bit more pace to the attack. It wasn't slow and laborious that time. Robert looking to run in behind, Bernard looking to deliver in behind. Bichance scrambling to give away a corner.
And Amiobi. This is Jonathan Woodgate. It's a decent effort from a central defender to hook it back. Speed. Shearer with the goalkeeper.
There's only one winner there. No matter how good Alan Shearer is in the air. Too much of a height advantage for this man. There'll be good action areas. The last 10 minutes, I'm sure of that, for Newcastle. Quarter of it all happening in and around Chris Kirkland.
And the problem is that for Liverpool, if they do have to knock it long because they're being under the cosh a bit more, it's going to be tough for a little fella like Cinema Pongol to hold it up. Here's Otsamabor. A promising break, but he's been hurt in getting in the cross. Phil Thompson in the technical area wanting the referee to react to a Liverpool injury, but Otsamabor's actually got up and limped off the pitch for treatment from Dave Galley, the physio. Genus. And one light at the back. Sure, that shot's been recognised. Goal kick, says Graham Poll.
Yeah, I thought he just lost his balance. And you just see Kieran Dyer's lack of reaction suggests that's right. Referee's correct. Fans are screaming for a penalty. It's a good run. Again, it's in behind. Again, it gets Liverpool turned. Makes defending a bit more difficult.
Well, just for a moment, Emil Heskey was going into that right back slot. And Danny Murphy said, no, you go up a bit, I'll do it. Otsamabor actually is going to render that reshuffle unnecessary, although he's still not quite back in position. And he might need to scamper a bit because Newcastle have picked up the pace of their play. They're trying to come forward in similar vein. Genus. Now Dyer. It's given away by Cinema Pongol when he did have a chance just to lay it off and keep Liverpool in possession.
Black mark against him. It was a simple one for him. And his job is to keep possession if he can.
Well, they're old associates, Paul and Alan Shearer, in their respective roles. And for me, it's a foul, says the referee. Prepared to argue the toss, being allowed to argue the toss. Woodgate. Almost a sniff of it for Gerrard. Here's Otsamabor. Pongol to get to that one. Double helping for you on Sunday. Premiership Plus, pay-per-view. Everything against Manchester City at 1:30. And Super Sunday comes from Southampton against Charlton. It's not yet a Super Saturday for Newcastle United. The signs are more promising from their point of view. Greater threat to the Liverpool lead. Dyer. And man trying to shut off his influence, but they've worked it wide of the German through speed. And Jermaine Genus.
That was better football from Newcastle. Worked all around midfield here, and it's just Emil Heskey's a little wide, Martin. He doesn't come across. He gets stays and she'll come into the picture late. The Genus, he's a little bit wider than he should have been. But they worked it well.
Bramble. And they're holding off Otsamabor and then turning him. Plenty in the middle for Newcastle. And Otsamabor caught Robert as he played in the cross, and Liverpool thought they cleared the danger.
I think it's unlucky. I mean, what they're arguing there, Haman and Heskey's at the other end of it 5 minutes ago. The same thing happened when Otsamabor crossed the ball, and Robert caught him late, and the referee played on. It's the exact same situation at the other end. Not only is he given a free kick, but he's booked the lad. I think he's unlucky. I don't think he makes much contact. He's just looking to block the ball.
So it's a yellow card for the Premiership debutant. And there's a chance here for Newcastle United with half an hour gone to level it up against Liverpool. Genius. He certainly didn't push out Liverpool. No. He's come through a crowd of his own players, Chris Kirkland.
This is a very typical Liverpool European performance, Mark, that we're seeing in the first half hour of this match. And particularly with the early goal.
What a bonus, eh?
Yeah, I mean, now they can just sit. They don't need to commit too many men forward unnecessarily.
Robert. Speed. A bit of catching by John Woodgate. Shearer. And a bounce. Woodgate's going to win those against him on goal. I think all the time, but yes, it didn't happen in the build up to the goal. Yeah, filling in behind Reset. Throw to Liverpool.
We can't believe it's not a free kick.
Touched on by Juve. It's better from Cinema Pongol. Special demands made of him today. Heskey's making a run, but he could be flagged offside here. Graham Poll doesn't need to stop the game because Newcastle had the ball and the advantage, and they have Shearer on the ball, supported by Robert and by Bernard. Short of Amiobi though, knocked away by Hopia, misjudged by Bramble. Wilson was disappointed with both his central defenders against Wolves last week, and he did point out that Bramble had been excellent in Woodgate's absence.
He hasn't quite delivered from the left-hand side here, Robert. Mark has had 2 or 3 opportunities. And he's been played some good balls. Titus Bramble in particular has played 2 or 3 very good balls over Semabor's head into Robert's feet, and he hasn't been able to deliver the Frenchman so far.
I'm sure got a touch. This is Speed. He sliced it. Cam now switching to Shola Amiobi from Sky Digital viewers. In passing today, Andy, we should say well done to Phil Sharp, who was one of the assistants on the last World Cup final. He's been chosen this week to officiate flag in hand at the Euro 2004 finals. Mike Riley and not Graham Poll is the referee who's been chosen for that tournament. Did the last European finals and indeed was an official at the World Cup in the Far East as well. Someone else's turn, Graham.
Although he doesn't think so.
Shearer. Harman. And the pressure from Robert. That's brilliant work. The pass was anticipated, and someone else has got to get a tackle in for Liverpool. First Murphy, then Sami Hopia. It was tall against short there. It always looks more awkward than perhaps it is, but it's a free kick against the Giants, for a push on the more diminutive Dyer. It wasn't quite this angle, was it, on New Year's Day? But it was Laurent Robert, it was Chris Kirkland in the Liverpool goal, and it was the only goal of that game. She's played in foul conditions, if memory serves me right. They dug the pitch up the next day. It's Robert. Retrieved by Bernard. 10 minutes to go to half-time. Liverpool still have their early lead. Dave Babsky, incidentally, is the other assistant today.
Well, I've said it was a smash and grab at the moment. Look at those stats there. 1 attempt from Liverpool, 1 on target, and 1 to the good.
Gerrard. Free kick to Liverpool. Negate the offender. Possibility of grabbing a second here. Corner.
Well, Hadj-Diouf must have been close, mark at the back post. They would have just taken a little gamble, if you like, as well on the back of this. He might just have been tapping that in.
Last touch was Jonathan Woodgate's. Diouf now takes the corner. It's a long way, and then it was handled by Bischan. He hasn't scored a Premiership goal.
So he's taken over from Hongshou then, is he? Not only in position, but in his goal getting.
And he has scored a goal, though. That was in the League Cup a couple of years ago.
But not from centre-back, I bet.
No. No, of course, he came as a midfield player, didn't he? What Chris Kirkland has had to do so far has been fairly routine. Of these clubs, for all their investment, all the talent at their disposal, have won the league since the start of the Premiership, of course. Both have had seasons and they've been runners-up. Newcastle twice. Amiobi, there's no flag. Amiobi, great stop by Kirkland. If he was trying to lift it up and over an on-rushing goalkeeper, it didn't quite get the elevation, Shola Amiobi.
I don't think he tried, Martin. I think he played it along the ground. That's the difference. I think Owen and Rashira would have just done that exactly, just dinked it. Rashira does brilliantly. Now watch the way he chests that down. He fights off Bischan this time. Now the big question is, was he offside? He wasn't. It was a perfectly timed run, and you can see he drives it low now. I think a more experienced striker would have just been dinking that, Martin. It's an almost certainty that the goalkeeper's going to go to ground in that situation.
Best chance Newcastle have made. And Kirkland has more evidence of what Andy was talking about earlier, the tremendous potential that he has. Murphy, Harman, now Risa. Got a decent angle for a cross on. Good left foot.
Oh, give him a shout, surely. Emil Heskey must be screaming at Cinema Pongo to leave that.
I don't think it's in Emil Heskey's makeup to scream.
Maybe it should be in a chance that comes along.
Certainly the smaller striker put his head to it when the power in the air was coming in behind. Robert. It's on the ball in the right place to head away. Diouf. Gerrard had a look round. He knew there wasn't much on ahead of him. And they've worked it through midfield to Hotsemabor. He's got the confidence here to take on Benar. It's a great attitude.
Yeah, lucky. Nice to see. A little bit of adventure. Confidence.
Giles had 1 or 2 games at right back recently, but he's only on the bench today. That was he, of course, who side down Kevin Davis, I think it was, for the penalty by which Liverpool lost on Wednesday night.
He'll be chuffed you've reminded everybody about that.
Much as we would like, it can't all be good news. Here's Genus. Namiobi. Shearer back close from Genus's point of view and turning away in frustration. It came in ankle height. Harman.
Yeah, nicely done, Steven Gerrard, the change of play.
Has Diouf. Reflection on it, that sometimes can suit the striker. Didn't then. Robert goes down quickly by Liverpool. Force the error. Harman. Possession play, half-time not that far away. The lead to be maintained to the break and beyond, Gerard Houllier would hope. Steven Gerrard twisting and turning and maybe shooting.
Right idea. Couple of twists, couple of turns just to create half a yard for himself. I think what he's got in his mind is far corner, looking to bend it. Couldn't quite get it right at the end.
Got his first goal of the season, didn't he, from the penalty spots recently against Birmingham. Had a lot of penalties this season in Liverpool. 9 in all competitions in 20 games. Like the old days.
You'll upset when you say that.
For our younger viewers, it was often pointed out by opponents of the great Liverpool team of the 70s and 80s that penalties, particularly at Anfield, and once they got the ball in that penalty area, because of the ability in the team more often than their opponents. Here's Woodgate. Liverpool, with this day, retreat. Liverpool fans see Steven Gerrard with that captain's armband as a real symbol of the future, one of their own. A move made by Gerard Houllier relatively recently. And here's the captain who finds Harman. Hotsemabor. Linking up with Diouf and prepared to have a go again. A foul by Roberto. Graham Poll shakes the head. He went a long way to try and nick it from Woodgate. Filling in by Diouf to help Hotsemabor, who's lost out to Genus. Jermaine Genus lining it up. Looking to add a bit of bend to go with plenty of power.
Yeah, Shearer wanted it. He was on the corner of the box. Alan Shearer, arms aloft, looking for the pass here. Genus was having none of it. After doing that, I think he's got every right to look for the shot. I don't think it's an argument about that, but you watch the top of the screen as Shearer comes in, and Reece has dragged in field here, Martin, and you know, as he comes in there, he might well have been able to play it to Shearer. Certainly looking for it to centre forward.
Shearer making it awkward for Harman. He is there in Newcastle. Let's momentarily hang their heads again.
Well, he's going to have to ask for a bit more than Newcastle manager, Martin, in the second half. No doubt about that. One chance they really had. Amiobi's, Captain's good save. And that's not a great return for Newcastle United playing at home.
It's a bit of a giveaway there by Emil Heskey, who swapped sides with El Hadj Diouf. 1 added minute, the ball goes up.
Announced a minimum of 1 minute stoppage time to be added. 1 minute.
Shearer. Trying to dart in behind it, hooked out by Heskey. Bramble. Newcastle fans have been mulling over their cup of tea. 1-0 down, and maybe some Christmas shopping to come. Not ideal. Woodgate. Still a few seconds though left in this first half to make that tea taste sweeter for the home supporters. Certainly much needed on a chilly Saturday. Mind you, it is December. We're getting rather spoilt by what the weather's been like over the last few months. Speed. There's Diouf to head away. That's a little symbol of the first half with the Liverpool strength in midfield. And they got the bonus coming here with a relatively cautious approach with a lot of injuries of an early goal. Confusion between Woodgate and Bramble, who maybe just debate that issue. And nipping in to take full advantage from Liverpool's point of view was Danny Murphy. The only goal of the first half. It's Newcastle United 0, Liverpool 1.
And we're with two Welshmen this afternoon to cast their eye over the first half. They should know, Craig Bellamy and Ian Rush know all about these two sides. It's 1-0 to Liverpool, and they have their keeper to thank as well for that. Back in a moment.
OK, you lot, listen up. We've got some great games coming up. Be inspired.
Alfie, make yourself big. Frosty, keep a cool head. Bruno, get your nose in front early. Tinkerbell, the fixtures, please.
Treat yourself to a half-price Premiership Plus season ticket this Christmas for just £25 and enjoy all these games and many more throughout the season. See Channel 433 or call 08705 160 160.
Let's spread a little joy out there.
Ah, magic.
The best handling people carrier on the road. The Sun. Truly first class. What car? Classic movements from the Focus C-Max Compact MPV. To arrange a test drive, call 08457 111 888.
It's the best Brit flick ever. 100% unmissable. It's staggering, magical, and a blast of pure cinema joy. Love Actually.
With a choice of Vodafone Live phones absolutely free, everyone's seeing Christmas differently.
When their country needed them, they answered the call. Call of Duty.
Have a top Christmas at Woolworths. Peter Kay's live at the Bolton Albert Hall.
I rang a takeaway last night. I said, do you deliver? They said, no, we do lamb, chicken and fish.
Only $11.99 when bought as part of our Buy Two, Save £4 DVD chart offer.
7 on 8, you want your 2s, you want your 5, 10, 50 and 10's your chip. I said, hey, what's that you saying to me? What's that?
Peter Kay live at the Bolton Albert Hall.
I'm going to get home and get set.
Woolworths, let's have some fun.
Come on, Roxy! Come on! Come on! Come on! Hey! What's this all about, 118? It's our new promise, 118. If we give you the wrong number, you get your mummy back. I like my mummy, 118. I love my mummy, 118. Hooray for mummies!
From producer Jerry Bruckheimer, the Pirates are coming to DVD and video.
You best start believing in ghost stories. You're in one.
Johnny Depp, Jeffrey Rush, Orlando Bloom, and Keira Knightley in a Gore Verbinski film. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Buy it or rent it on DVD and video now.
Panasonic DVD recorders can record and play from the same disc at the same time. You control what you record. You control when you watch it. Panasonic DVD recorders put you in the director's chair.
Don't just play. Record.
This Christmas, the Carphone Warehouse is bursting with great deals. Bring in your old phone, and right now you can get a Siemens A50 pay-as-you-go phone from as little as $29.99. People of America, behold the new Big Tasty. I'm up here with it, you're down there without it. Juicy beef, yummy cheese, crunchy lettuce, onions, and tomato, which all adds up to one big, tasty British burger. Sorry, America, but this one's only for us Brits. I'm loving it. Sorry you're not.
See Christmas differently with a wide choice of live phones, absolutely free.
Football coming up on Sky Sports tomorrow. The pay-per-view game is Everton against Manchester City from Goodison. Premiership Plus, two sides desperately needing a win at the moment. And then Super Sunday match from St Mary's. It's Southampton against Charlton tomorrow at 3 o'clock on Sky Sports 1. It's 1-0 to Liverpool here at St James's Park. Winners go fourth, remember. Danny Murphy scoring in the 6th minute. Newcastle having most of the play. Liverpool, though, having one yellow card. John Otsemabor with his first Premiership start. Craig Bellamy of Newcastle and Wales. Ian Rush, who played for both these sides, are our guests this afternoon. And overall, Craig, would you say that Liverpool deserved to win or not?
I wouldn't say they deserved it, but their game plan, they've came here to just play one up front and frustrate us as much as they can, and hopefully, nick a goal on, which that's exactly what they've done. They've defended very well. They've made themselves very difficult to beat, and we're finding it very tough to break them down at the moment.
Liverpool have come here with a plan, haven't they, Ian?
Yeah, and they're doing it well at the moment. So I think the players are working hard. Young Pongole playing up front there. Now Mileski wide right, and they're frustrating Newcastle. It's like a European game, and it's a game where Liverpool said no, we don't want to lose this game, and fortunately we've got the chance, and they've just gone from strength to strength, I think.
No particular plan about the goal, Craig. It was a bit of a mistake, would you say?
It's all our undoing. Titus really shouldn't be going for that ball there. I think Jonathan's in control, and if Murphy read it, he had a good little chance there, and he's taken it away.
The two centre-halves, Ian, just colliding.
Yeah, very much so. I think John Aaron Rees said his ball's there because there's one up front. What he's done well is put the ball in the space, open end. Pongle's made it, just in there. Danny Murphy's just anticipated and got in there, and they deserve to be winning for me. I think the game plan and the tactics with Gerard Houllier are perfect, because Newcastle are a good team.
A lot of people say, Craig, when you're playing Newcastle, a good team that they are, you're always going to get a couple of chances against them.
I think the way we do play a little bit open. We do give ourselves a few problems, and I think Liverpool have exploited that today, to be honest, so far.
But you had your own chance here, though.
Yeah, it was a great little ball by Kieran. I think, to be honest, I'd have liked to see Shoulder try and lift it over him, but it's a great save by Chris Kirkland. He's come up at the right time. He's been brave, and credit to him on that, to be honest.
Do you think he's the Liverpool #1 now, Ian, Chris Kirkland?
Well, I think he's played the last few games apart from Wednesday evening. He'll definitely, I think he's finding harder against the Liverpool team than the England team, because I think his performance in the first half was fantastic. He commanded his area, fantastic, and they say it was a miss there, but I put it down as a save by Chris Kirkland. The size of him, he commands respect, and I think he's in his penalty box. He's fantastic, and I have no doubt that he'll be playing for England in the Championships.
So that's the story of the first half, 1-0 to Liverpool. Newcastle, though, having more of the possession, but then that's Murphy's law, I suppose. We'll be back in a sec.
just spent like 5 minutes with him. He's totally self-centered and insensitive. They just don't go together. I mean, she's my best friend. She has these emotional needs he can't meet. Remember what she went through with Brian? It was really awful. He's so rude.
And it's a deep pass to centre, and he's running into space. He's gone past one, past two. He's going all the way. He shoots, and that's 3-0. The captain's weaving run results in a third.
You're such a great listener.
Thanks.
Boss in Motion. Fragrance from Hugo Boss.
The mission, should you choose to accept it, is to see the dangers born of the shadows never see the light of day. Should you or any member of your IM force be captured, the Secretary will disavow all knowledge of your action. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Mission Impossible, Operation Sermon.
Sign up to Wilkinson Sword Quattro, the world's first 4-blade razor with 2 conditioning strips. Nothing shaves closer or smoother. New Wilkinson Sword Quattro. Get ready.
Buy Bond.
James Bond.
All 20 special edition DVDs.
Got your attention.
In one unbeatable box set.
You're joking.
Own it now.
Silicon is love.
Moto tells all, Moto shows all, Moto sees all.
Atomic gossip fuels human interaction.
Silicon is love. Hear no evil, see no evil.
Pixelated romance.
Moto tells all, Moto shows all.
Hello, Moto.
This December.
Where's my father? Your father is in the 14th century. We need you to help us get him back.
Let's do it.
The ultimate rescue will begin, and the future will hang in the balance.
You got 650 years of knowledge on these guys? History will change.
From the author of Jurassic Park.
Go now!
And the director of Lethal Weapon. Paul Walker. Timeline.
You guys for coming out. Oh, Jamie, why don't you tell us what's new in IT? Gotta keep it short.
Oh, well, we just implemented DFS and a new SAN. And also we enabled shadow copy for shared folders on our file servers. It enables users to get back lost documents on their own without calling IT. And it'll save us hundreds of thousands of dollars, which...
It'll do what?
Windows Server 2003. Do more with less.
Automated system recovery.
Out now on video and DVD, David Seaman presents Goalkeeping Nightmares.
All the great keepers have nightmares, even me. All the moments goalies would like to forget, but you'll love to watch them again and again.
David Seaman presents Goalkeeping Nightmares. Buy it now on video and DVD.
Roll up, behold marvels from the 4 corners of the earth. The blue-haired lady, a family of freaks, and the ultimate high wire act. Witness mind reading, levitation, and sleight of hand. Gasp at death-defying escape tricks, and all manner of seasonal sorcery. This Christmas, catch some of the greatest shows on earth.
Want to see the Rugby World Cup stars in action again? You can on Sky Sports this weekend. 4 European Cup matches for you. Leinster-Biarritz followed by Sale against Cardiff today, 2:30 Sky Sports 2. Sky Sports 2 tomorrow, Edinburgh-Toulouse, and then Wasps-Perpignan. That's at 12:30. Here, It's been an intense first half. Liverpool lead, though, by a 1-0, scored by Danny Murphy in the 6th minute. And remember, the winners of this match today will go 4th, at least for a few hours, definitely. Liverpool lead. There's been some half-time talking done. Craig Bellamy and Ian Rush are our guests this afternoon, and they've been waxing lyrical during that first half about Dietmar Hamann, who to you is the player on the pitch, isn't he?
Yeah, he's controlling the game at the moment. You know, he's seen a few instances out there today. He's been exceptional, and you know, it's going to be very tough to get a goal with the likes of him around you today.
Yeah. Do you see Liverpool changing anything? Presumably not.
No, I think what they've come out to do, they've done. They've got the goal. It's up to Newcastle to break them down now. Newcastle at home, they will come at them, and hopefully Liverpool lets them on the break again.
And as luck would have it, player cam for the next 15 minutes is Dietmar Hamann, and you can just press the red button on your remote to access our interactive service. Here's Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Thanks, Ian. And news of a Newcastle change. Alberto Solano for Aaron Hughes. Hughes arrived at the ground feeling unwell this morning, and after the first 45 minutes he's had to say enough is enough.
Welcome back to the second half, you're at St James's Park.
So the right-sided midfield player for a right-back, Andy. We'll see what happens here. Is Solano going to go straight into that slot and be a direct replacement for Aaron Hughes? It certainly looks like that as they line up for the kick-off.
Well, that would be a new one on me if Nobby Solano plays at right-back. With that illness, I just wondered whether they'd go 3 at the back. They might have brought on Andy O'Brien, Martin, and gone with 3 at the back and got themselves an extra man in midfield. Well, it certainly looks like it's going to be a 4. But what I think Solano will do, push forward as far as he can, because you know that Liverpool are only playing with 1 up top, so the 2 centre-backs will be told, you look after Pongal, and Solano, you play as much as a right winger as you can.
As you mentioned, Andy O'Brien, of course, he has played at right back, so but it needs must for Newcastle. They've got to attack, find a goal from somewhere against the club Liverpool would have beaten them 9 times in the last 13 clashes.
I'll tell you what I would be thinking if I was Emile Heskey. I'd be thinking, if I can get some word across that far side to Diouf for anyone up the right-hand side, if you get a chance, then look for me at the back post, because I'd quite fancy Heskey against Solano in an aerial battle.
Aerial battle there between Risa and Amiobi, won by the Newcastle man. Bischak. He's certainly starting on the right-hand side. Midfield that's being orchestrated by Didi Hamann. Here is Heskey with a chance to examine the defensive capabilities of Solano. Holds him up but fouls it. Solano lost his place after having a moan about not being involved in the team, and Bobby Robson then left him out of the squad, but so Bobby Robson has been pointing out this week that that's done and dusted. There's no grudges being born. It's just that Solano can't get back in while he's in for this second half. Hamann and speed. Put in from Shearer and Robert. Lisa's just got the covering header away from Robert, and Dyer chasing across to try and make it awkward for Diouf. Semabor clears. Cinema Pongal didn't hold the ball up that time. It was noticeable 3 of the quintet of midfield players for Liverpool today went to try and win it in the Newcastle half. So it's not just all about one man having to be a lone ranger. He's very much alone at the moment because he's a long way offside.
It's been hard for him. It's not been easy to play where he's played today. Not a lot come to him.
I mentioned about Liverpool getting all those penalties. Of course, he's the player who's been brought down a couple of times, and when penalties haven't been given in most of the games he's played in, there's been shouts for fouls on him. in the defending team's penalty area. It hasn't happened as yet today. He's hardly got into that penalty area, in truth. Herpier, speed. Genus, Dyer. Now Solana. Incidentally, Alan Shearer's had news at half-time. He had a horse running today at Sandown Park, Covent Garden, and we understand it came third. It would be too good if Newcastle comes second here.
Too many safe passes again at the beginning of the second half from Newcastle United, Mark. No great thought went into it. I just wonder if Sir Bobby had ever thought about, maybe sticking Dyer at right back, Mark, and putting Solano ahead of him. I think Dyer can get up and down the pitch better than Nobby Solano. I'm not so sure they're going to get Solano high enough up the pitch. He's got great quality from the wide areas, and you'd probably want him high up the pitch in those areas, but I don't know if he can get there from where he is as easily as maybe Dyer could.
It's a lovely ball by Heskey for Cinema Pongolle. He hit it with plenty of power, parried back at him by Given. And what a piece of play. The volley from Gerrard and the handling by Shay Given. Top class in both instances.
Well, he's not had a lot to go on. Again, that's a pretty poor header from Jonathan Woodgate, I have to say, Martin. And two very good saves from the goalkeeper. This is a lovely pick out from Pongolle. He sees Gerrard making the run. Super football all round. Great cross, super volley, lovely save.
Shearer's cross. Turned out to be an invitation for Robert. And it's Harman who breaks it up and breaks out with the ball, makes sure Liverpool keep it with the help of Murphy. And now Diouf. That was not the best ball in the circumstances, but he's made up for his error. El Diouf. It's amazing, Andy. El Diouf record for Senegal is a goal every 2 internationals. And just can't get a goal for Liverpool at the moment, can he? It's something like 6 in 66 for his English club. Vladimir Schmitzer, who's not 100% fit, he's got a sore Achilles tendon. And he's being brought on for Cinema Pongolle. There's an injury involved there. There certainly was little sign of it in that promising moment a minute ago.
Vladimir Schmitzer.
It is Schmitzer rather than Heskey who's gone into that forward attacking role. Comfortably backed by Herpier. Very important from Liverpool's point of view to do more than just get behind the ball in these circumstances. He's certainly given asked to make his 2 most difficult saves of the match so far in these early minutes of the second half. Woodgate. Solana. Headed on by Gary Speed. Genus, then Speed takes it from him. Shearer is behind Dyer, broken down again for Newcastle, and you can sense the disappointment around St James's Park. It hasn't been a fortress for Newcastle this season. They've lost to Manchester United, lost to Birmingham, of course, here. And went out of the Champions League qualifying stage with a home defeat to Partizan Belgrade. They're losing to Liverpool. And Amiobi wins them a corner. The left footer needed to take it. Robert. Up come Woodgate and Bramble. With Shearer and speed, there's plenty of aerial targets for Robert. Turkland has to reach for it. Does the job.
It's pretty safe when he's put it, isn't it?
Can't score from there.
No. 20 rows back. Gives his team a chance to regroup.
Bramble. Now Solana. Clever footwork there. Momentarily, but only momentarily, got the better of speed. Better numbers in Newcastle's midfield, and they've worked the ball in that area with a bit more progression. Amiobi. Two very good turns that had Bischan unknotting himself. Schmidt's a handball.
Unlucky. There's a lovely break again there. Steven Gerrard had gone ahead of him. Schmidt should have found him. He's proved his innocence, but now he's been flagged.
Solana. And Dyer. Bernard. He's got a knack of getting a goal from left back against the better teams. He scored at Arsenal. A winner here against Chelsea. Shearer, of course, scores against every team, but he can't round that one off.
Well, if he's got a clean header on this, the only surprise is he's missed it. Well, I'm really sad. I thought that Reece had won this, man, but maybe Reece had just played it on to Shearer. Yeah, he did. That's exactly right. I didn't think
much about those.
No, I didn't think that man had got a clean header on it and put it that wide from there.
Great going with Heskey. He's misjudged by Harman. He's not misjudged much today. Reset. Clearance by Woodgate that time. Schmitzer, Murphy scored that early goal. Taken on by Semabor. Schmitzer. Strong tackle by Bramble. Alan Shearer and Graham Poll agree to differ once more.
I think he might have a case. Newcastle captain in that instance. I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, as they both went for that.
Agree to differ in inverted commas.
Yeah.
Harman. Murphy, but Ginasu got it, and that might lead to a chance here for Amiobi. Back comes Bischan.
One too many. Sometimes you can attempt to be too clever. I thought his first little drag onto his right foot was the one that opened up for him. He was only 18 yards out. Felt sure he'd pull the trigger, Martin. He didn't.
We talk about Liverpool missing key players today. I think we've seen how much Craig Bellamy is missed by Newcastle as well. Not just in
when
this
he drags
episode.
us here, now he should be hitting it. But once he goes back again, he was always giving someone the chance. There it's there to be hit, but he didn't hit it. Maybe a little bit too clever, do a little bit too much.
Now he's done a trick here that's got Newcastle a free kick right on the edge. Shola Amiobi, who is, of course, benefiting from a greater opportunity to start games, and Chris Kirkland wants 4 in the wall. Suddenly, optimism rekindled on Tyneside.
Well, obviously Newcastle skipper doesn't fancy it. We don't often get a free kick from this sort of range, and he's not involved in some shape or form, but he's better suited for the left footer, no doubt about that.
But there is another option, isn't there?
We've got Solano as well.
And Kirkland trying to make sure that avenue's covered as well. Left or right? It's the left. It's Robert!
Oh, goodness me, I thought that's in.
Kirkland just looked as if he thought it was in.
Well, you just felt sure. You and I are right behind this. We thought, net's rippling here. It's bending, bending, bending. Oh, goodness me. How close is that? Wonderful effort. The goalkeeper is beaten. Totally beaten.
A reminder, if it was necessary, to Liverpool. Still a lot of work ahead in this game. Off the back of Dyer. Reset. No one chasing it in red. Heskey, the ball was played, was almost heading back to the left of midfield. Gerrard. Schmitzer. Murphy. Raising of the tempo.
Well, the midfield have done a better job. What they're doing better now, Martin, is that they've got more pace in their game when Liverpool have got the ball. The quartet of Newcastle midfield players are having to chase and harry and work Liverpool, sorry, a bit more than they did first half.
Solano making an extra midfield man from right back. Genius and Bernard doing the same on the left. Robert. Kirkland again, the dominant force. He wanted to throw it quickly. Hang on a minute, who can I throw it to? Schmitzer did enough by his presence to make Woodgate headed out. An hour gone. Shearer because the screen's in place again. Screen called Didi Hamann. It's knocked down by Genius to Dyer. Robert coming from the left, Kirkland coming off his line. Graham Poll points for the penalty against Chris Kirkland.
Well, he pleads his innocence, the goalkeeper. I think it's a penalty. He's saying he pulled his hands away.
Well, the yellow card is not for the infringement.
This was a difficult one for Graham Poll, and it's difficult, man, because both players are going away. And look at the referee is, and they're slightly shielded. Now, it looks a certain penalty there, but does the goalkeeper pull his hands away as he's protesting? Does he make contact? He does. That's a penalty. There's no doubt about that. There's the referee's view of it. You can't argue with it, Chris. I'm sorry, son. The referee tried to tell you to go away, or you'll get booked. You didn't do it. Now, he missed his last one, didn't he? Against Fuller.
Sorensen, the Sorensen factor. Shearer against Kirkland. Oh, he's not missed that one. Went in, right into the roof of the net. And it is 1-1, and Chris Kirkland couldn't make amends for conceding the penalty by stopping the penalty, which was rammed in by Alan Shearer.
Oh, just as well he went 12.5 yards out. That might not have come back down in time. He has a little look up. I think he knows it was closer than he anticipated.
Well, those England stories are going to keep on resurfacing. Top of the charts going into the weekend. Shearer scores again. Kirkland was booked for disputing the penalty, not for bringing Shearer down, for which he might have got a yellow card. I think Robert probably going away from goal has spared him a possible red card, but anyway, he's still there. But the scoreline has changed, and suddenly it's looking a Saturday with a bit more sparkle in it for Newcastle United.
What a difference, though. I mean, the move for the penalty mark was a typical example of what they haven't done enough. It was they broke the play up in midfield, and Dyer with his pace, and Robert with his. They really just drove at Liverpool's back four and exposed them for winning a few times in the match. And it was a lovely through ball from Dyer. If you've been hugely critical, maybe Chris Kirkland was a little bit deep with his starting position. He might have been out a little bit earlier, a little bit sooner, because the ball was played well in front of Robert. So I had a little look and I thought, goalkeeper. He wasn't there, and when he got there, he was too late.
Yes, it looked as though when the ball was released, it might be a 50-50, but Robert turned it into his. And the player who had a big impact on this fixture last season, Laurent Robert, got the winning goal in it. Has had a big part in setting up the equaliser. And Newcastle have got the bit between their teeth, and you wonder now how this game is going to go from Liverpool's perspective. Here's Bernard. Test of character here. Players who are berated by their manager. What happened in midweek wasn't good enough. Not all of them played, of course, in that game. Generally, they've not done Liverpool what Gerard Houllier would have hoped for this season. Should they lose today, it would be their 6th defeat in the Premiership. We should again just add that mitigating circumstance of the injury list. Obviously expect players to get injured, but a cluster of key players. It's been hard for Gerard Houllier. The greatest throw by Diouf. It's on Semabor.
Well, they want a corner. Surely that's a corner, Martin. That's extraordinary. I thought this was an absolute certain corner. We're miles away, but you just watch Semabor come in and he looks to play this, and there's a big deflection. Not even a small big deflection off Titus Bramble here. I mean, a good 5 yards off its initial path, and the referee doesn't see it.
It does seem week in, week out, we are. I know the camera's spotted up with the replays, but that was quite clear in the normal speed that Liverpool were harshly treated. Skill and stamina and strength, and certainly in stamina stakes Newcastle are better off this week than they were last Saturday. A full week of preparation, but it's also a battle of will as well. And here's Solano, and here's Shearer. It's a complete miskick by Genius. It was a wonderful setup by Shearer. Amiobi, Harman thinks he got a piece of the ball. Graham Poll doesn't.
Well,
another bit of dissent. Going to be another card for that.
Again, Graham Poll's not got the best position here to give a free kick, Martin, because he sees all he's seen is Haman's back. Now that's a great tackle in my book. Absolute top tackle. He should be getting a goal kick, and Liverpool should be playing the ball up the park. They're now got to defend a free kick, and Haman's been booked.
And what if this leads to a potential winning goal? The referee paces out the point where Liverpool are allowed to start their defending. Robert. Risa got to it. Ball is pointed in the general direction of, I think, a goal kick. One or two people thought it might be a penalty. But Jermaine Genius seemed to be teed up there perfectly.
Well, I wondered why Shearer didn't go for goal. It's not like Alan from 7 or 8 yards not to turn his head towards goal, but he obviously didn't feel there's enough pace in the ball. It's a wonderful knockdown, and well, maybe that's why he hasn't scored all season. That's a glorious opportunity. He's a lovely striker of the ball, Jermaine Genius.
He scored 7 last season, in the second half of last season.
Well, Liverpool are a little bit ragged at the moment for the first time in the match, Martin.
Robert, Christian hits it away into the last quarter. The mood is with Newcastle. It's a lot of Robson would feel belatedly, but at least it is there. Running repairs for Schmitzer, who's back on. They're bossing the ball, aren't they now?
There's a big difference. In this system, I talked about the importance of the way Liverpool are playing, that they have possession of the ball. That's 60-40 in favour of Newcastle. It shows they haven't had that.
Bramble. Suddenly the marking in midfield's not good either.
That was a great ball from Titus Bramble. But with Solano here, Martin, in this position, it's allowed Dyer to wander a bit more this second half as well.
Shearer. Woodgate. It's just a clearance from Risa rather than a pass forward. Danny Murphy making not much more than a token chase. And it's Dyer and Robert. Shearer far post. Framed again by Kirkland. Gerrard trying to inject a bit more quality into Liverpool's balls out of their own half. Newcastle come back at them again. That is the weakness of this system, Andy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where's the outlet? Who is responsible for Bernard being hurt here.
Well, it goes in a little high, but whether he makes any real contact with Olivier Bernard, I'm not so sure.
Yellow cards against are another indication of a turning tide. Shearer. Woodgate. Genus. Dyer able to turn. Plenty of space for Solano. Might come back his way. Dyer! It's Risa's header. Amiobi, Robert. Oh, and that was Shearer, and he's asking for another penalty. And Liverpool, of course, conceded second spot kick this week. One knocked them out of the Carling Cup. This one's knocked them out of their stride. There's more pressure. Solano. Murphy on the line. Liverpool hanging on by their fingertips.
Oh, desperate defending. Titus Bramble so close, Mark, to redeeming himself for his first half error. Two off the line in a matter of a minute for Liverpool.
Actually, the flag is up. Danny Murphy covered a lot of ground, having been the man on the line here.
Well, he did, and I think it breaks to Titus Bramble here as it gets blocked again. Titus Bramble just controls it and toe pokes it. Chris Kirkland's nowhere to be seen, but there's the advantage of protecting both posts when you're defending a corner.
And here comes Dyer. Speed. Across for Laurent Robert. Amiobi. And Amiobi getting it back, and that's very much the reality of the situation for Liverpool. Somehow, going to try and get on the ball a little bit more. Risa had made a great headed clearance moments before. Murphy came to the rescue.
Yeah, Kieran Dyer looked like he just slid it in, didn't he? Lovely headed clearance from Risa. Both Dyer and Genius, Mark, will be thinking they should have opened their account this season today. Genius a great chance. Dyer off the line.
It's been a tremendous spell from Newcastle.
For Marks, I said they had to up it, Mark. They had to give more. But they've certainly done that.
And Chief having to help send the ball. It's not easy for him. But Robert comes out with the ball. As long as Steven Gerrard balls, Harry'd love to have Michael Owen chasing it. Look at that. The domination. But what about this? That domination should count for nothing, but Schmeitzer having got himself in.
Well, that one again, I told you, it's just time and time again I watch Titus Bramall. He's in control here, he should be doing something. That is not good defending at this level. You just cannot do that, Mark. That's a great chance. I'm really surprised he's tried the outside of his foot, Schmeitzer, but Titus Bramall, just play it out of park, play it into touch, or play it back to your goalkeeper, but he got away with it that time.
And if you're Gerard Houllier, you do want a bit more ruthlessness from Schmeitzer. He's now offside here. 15 minutes to go. And one man left up front. Stole the ball. And Liverpool in a position to steal the lead again. Here's Dyer. And hope here. Tight on Shearer.
Still trying to get them going, the manager.
Solana.
That's the one to Titus Bramall. We'll be hearing a bit more of that when the game's over, I think. The young lad.
It's Bramble's ball. Shearer trying to ease Rees around a bit, and he did that first time across, swept away first time by Hurpier. Real test of the resolve here of the Reds of Liverpool. Shearer.
Maybe 10 years ago they could have caught that if they'd got the other side, but trying to use the experience and get a free kick there, Alan Shearer. Officials were having none of it. Well, we can have a look at that Risa clearance off the line when Kieran Dyer thought he'd given his side the lead. It's lovely football again here. It's not the best ball in, but when it comes back to Kieran Dyer here, he slots it beautifully. It's past the goalkeeper, this. And John Anna Risa, the right place at the right time.
Heskey. Now Murphy. The Liverpool goal scorer, it seems a long time ago now. Flag up for offside against Juve. Speed. Given against Murphy. He scored here before in a Liverpool win a couple of years ago. And got two in a game at Anfield against Newcastle that same season. Bernard. Shearer. He's actually given a free kick against Bernard. The last touch was off the Frenchman Buschan, suggesting that Graham Cole might deliver the same sort of punishment to Newcastle players he has to Liverpool in the second half. Just in passing. And we're 12 minutes away. Bramble's header. Himself.
Lovely skill.
Speed. Read it well. Didn't control it well. Bernard. Kirkland conceded the penalty today. Salif Jow on Wednesday. And of course, Dudek was the goalkeeper.
Oh, we can get a little look at Graham Paul. You see him in the background, Martin. He makes a little move for himself. He's got a pretty good view of that, the referee, to make the decision. Just enough.
Just like Djorkaeff's on Wednesday night, of course, went in off the a big hit on the post, didn't it?
Well, it is going to be a Newcastle player now, Graham Paul. It's going to be Titus Bramble for that tackle on Schmitzer. This might be a little far out. I do remember Didier Hamann at Wembley, one of the last games I saw there. Hit one from about this range against David Seaman. He was playing for Germany. It's a fair way out.
It's one of the last games any of us saw. Kevin isn't quite set yet, but he is now. And he's walked away from it, leaving it to Steven Gerrard.
Well, that's a strange choice. I looked at the far side of the pitch, Martin, and Emile Heskey's with Laurent Robert. Now, whatever skills Laurent Robert's got, top of the screen there, whatever skills he's got, aerial ability defensively ain't one of them. I just don't understand why that Emile Heskey wasn't screaming, jumping up and down, making himself noticed to Steven Gerrard, where he was, who he was marking him, and demanding the ball be played in.
And on that side there was Herpier as well.
Exactly.
Even it didn't go quite where it was planned, there was height there. Reset. And there's speed. Free kick against Shola Amiobi. Cam switching now to Kieran Dyer for the viewers on Sky Digital. There's one viewer who's not very happy here. How can you expect young lads to know what you know when you're 70?
Yeah.
Shearer, we're pleased to be called a young lad. Pierre. Really big 8 minutes or so you feel for Liverpool, more than Newcastle. Bernard. Decision is a goal kick. Against Manchester City, 1:30, Premiership Plus pay-per-view. And later that day, Southampton against Charlton on Sky Sports 1. That's the message that Newcastle supporters are carrying proudly.
Yeah, they've got a little bit to do then.
Schmitzer. Flipped by Solano. It's not your business, Mr. Schmitzer, what the referee does in terms of booking. I've got your free kick. Murphy takes it. Jonathan Woodgate did really well. Oh, and so did Shay Given from Harman's shot.
Well, this is a top save because I don't think he expects it. I don't think he sees it till late. It's a total surprise in this effort from Didi Hamann. Just getting set, thinks he's going to pull it down, and that ball's on Shay Given. In an instant, look at it, he doesn't see it till late. It's a fabulous save from him. But what a strike this is from Didi Hamann.
To Liverpool.
Well, this one will be going on, you feel sure. If he can get enough run at it, Risa.
As he's restricted by an advertising board. Still goes a good distance into the head of Heskey. 6 minutes to go.
Well, this fixture usually averages 3 goals a game, Martin, doesn't it, recently? So we'll do one more then. Will we get it?
Solano. So winds up for the clearance. Now Bramble. Great ball to Kieran Dyer. Who is past. Risa. Shearer. Great stop. Chris Kirkland's agility. Shearer applauds the pass, but he could equally be applauding the save.
Well, this is great ball from Titus Bramble. Then this poor defender from Risa, he's beat far too easily here. But what a spot this is from Kieran Dyer. It's there to be hit from Alan Shearer. He didn't disappoint anybody in the ground. He hit the target, he worked the goalkeeper. Chris Kirkland was big enough and good enough to keep it out. He almost did get the third goal.
He might still, because it's a corner to Newcastle. All back for Liverpool. Heskey defending well. Bernard passing well. Again, Olivier Bernard. After clearance by Sami Hyypiä. Shearer. Woodgate stood away by Risa. On from Gerrard, easy for Murphy. And suddenly Liverpool are having to turn back. And it's Woodgate crossing from the right and doing a very passable job at it.
He can do no more, Jonathan Woodgate. It's caught upfield in the attack here. And he just decides, I'm going to smash this across goal. It's a fabulous ball across the 6-yard box. Just had no one going in it.
Corner. The height of Hyypiä. Very useful for Liverpool. Graham Cole with an extravagant shake of the head as if he was hearing some Liverpool appeals for a foul on centre-back from Finland. Surely it's a free kick to Liverpool. Even before they scored, and remember they scored in the 6th minute, suggested that avoiding defeat was a prime requisite here.
I think it was, Martin, absolutely. I think they set the stall out not to lose this game today.
And they might still. Solano. Harman. Who's certainly improved since he's come into the English game. Very nearly left Newcastle for West Ham. Had a change of heart. Worked out well for him and the club here. Harman. Going it alone. Robert chugging up on the outside. Shearer through the middle. And Dyer.
Went narrow side, he could have gone wide. I don't know if he could hear Robert or see him, but that was a ball I felt. That's where the gap was appearing. You look at Robert flying up on that far left side. There was the gap, that was the opening. It was very congested centrally.
Stats are on fouls given away by Shearer today. Said he's spotted a few times, hasn't he?
There'll be a few.
The main statistic is Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 1, followed by the fact that there's a minute plus stoppage time to go.
He's got to do better than that, in my opinion. He's against Nobby Solano. Goodness me, height, strength. He's giving away everything and can only just flick it wide for a goal kick.
Shearer come behind him, Heskey, there to get the touch as well. Harman on for Schmitzer to chase. Woodgate, has he got enough on the header? He has just, because Jay Given had calculated where he might have needed to run to.
His centre backs have given Bobby Robson not his best day, I have to say. I looked down at the Newcastle manager map, and just as that happened, he just patted his heart there a few times.
It's gone for Liverpool from time to time this season. We'll be worrying about what could happen in the added time here from a Robert corner. Mercer gets out with it, but not very far. And Bernard loses his balance on the ball. Given at the gallop.
Angle ball coming up there, maybe.
Jonathan Woodgate's recognised that, to his credit. There's towards Shearer, and it falls now for Woodgate. The winning goal was within range.
That was a decent enough strike. Controls it and hits it on the one. Just dragged it as he hit it. Decent effort.
He might have conceded the penalty, Chris Kirkland, and been beaten by it, but he's made splendid saves in both halves to keep Liverpool in the contest. Solano and Bramble have been also helped by two clearances off the line from Risa and Murphy. That tells you a lot about the second half. Helpier, Dyer, who's going near post. Bernard, Newcastle not finished yet. It's currently played by Semabor. Murphy. He's looking around for a bit of help, but it wasn't on.
Yeah, it's a little careless from Danny Murphy this late in the game.
Level pegging between the most would-be, should-be rivals to the top three. Not losing this one has its merits. And Liverpool owe their goalkeeper a debt of gratitude. He was beaten by a Shearer penalty, struck with characteristic power to keep his goal-getting run going after Danny Murphy had got one very early for Liverpool, who came here with a cautious, but maybe understandably cautious approach given the number of injuries, particularly to their forward players. So this Premiership weekend starts at St James's Park with Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 1.
So from us, from everyone here at Newcastle United Football Club, I've received Jenny Howe.
So Liverpool now up to 5th in the Premiership table. That's the highest they've been all season, climbing up one place, but don't quite make it to that Champions League position. There's confirmation. Newcastle stays 7th in the Premiership. Fulham against Bolton at 3, Charlton at Southampton tomorrow. That's the Super Sunday match. Craig Bellamy and Ian Rush are our guests. You enjoyed that, didn't you? So, Liverpool win. Goals, plenty of chances for Newcastle in the second half. In fact, they had almost 70% of possession in that second half.
Tell me what you don't like about yourself.
My eyes.
My body. My ass. Everything.
A new look. Nip tuck. Nobody is perfect. A change of identity.
I'm thinking we send you as the victim's cousin.
Joe Pantoliano is the handler.
Never make a move without talking to your handler first.
I'm Jake Foley.
A total transformation.
Every one of his body functions is enhanced.
The ultimate human upgrade. Jake 2.0. Drama with a difference. All new this January, Sky One.
Shave with Filler Shave Cool Skin, and the moisturizing gel helps prevent irritation. Or use Sensitech, and you can personalize it for comfort. So there are two great ways to achieve shaving satisfaction. Tests prove it. Moisturized, personalized, satisfied. Filler Shave.
It makes my skin crawl.
And how long have you felt like this?
Since he started his new job.
So, Lars, what do you do?
Long-distance lorry driver. I travel all over the world and...
And what do you deliver?
Tell her.
Carlsberg Export.
Because Carlsberg Export is brewed slightly stronger for a smoother taste, the Danes hate to see it leave. Almost as much as we like to see it arrive.
I lied to myself that it was over. It wasn't over, and it would get worse before the end.
Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne.
When you're looking down the barrel of a gun, time slows down. Your whole life flashes by.
Out now on PC, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. Certificate 15.
I gotta go. The SWAT.
They are everyday heroes.
Why'd you pick me? Take off the cap.
Called upon to face the extraordinary.
I will give 100 million to whoever gets me out of here. We're under attack.
Mantilla's escaping.
Okay, guys, this is what we trained for.
SWAT.
Now out of South Waker comes a country boy, truck shining like a pin. He's a big bright boy named Willie McCoy. Back home they call him Slim. Now he's tough as teak with an honorary streak. He got a turbo diesel brute. He works hard for his money and it may sound funny, but he needs a youth. He can't root, and everybody said, Jack, don't you know? You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. You don't pull the mask on the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. You don't pull the mask on the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with him. You don't mess around with him.